Hello friends. Imagine you need millions of powerful computer chips every year, but the entire world's chip-making industry can only give you a tiny fraction of what you need. That is the problem Elon Musk says he is facing. On August 6, 2026, Tesla and SpaceX made a stunning announcement. They confirmed they are building their own massive chip factory in Grimes County, Texas, with a starting investment of $16.8 billion. The total cost could reach $119 billion. That is not a typo. In this video, we are going to break down exactly what this factory is, why it exists, and why it could change the future of artificial intelligence chips. Let us start at the beginning. Alright, so what exactly is Terafab? It was announced on March 21, 2026, by Elon Musk in Austin, Texas. Terafab is a joint venture, which just means a shared project, between SpaceX and Tesla. Together they plan to build a chip factory, or fab for short, that they own and operate themselves instead of paying someone else to do it. The goal is enormous. They want to produce 1 terawatt of AI computing power per year. A terawatt is a unit of computing capacity so large it is hard to picture. Here is the key reason why. Musk has said that every chip factory on Earth today can only supply about 2% of what Tesla and SpaceX will eventually need. 2%. That gap is so massive that buying chips from others is simply not enough. So they decided to build their own. Now here is the interesting part. Terafab is not being built to serve just one product. Elon Musk runs several huge companies, and nearly all of them are now hungry for AI chips. SpaceX builds rockets and is developing space-based data centers that need specialized chips. Tesla makes electric cars, robotaxis called cybercabs, and humanoid robots called Optimus, all of which run on AI chips. And then there is the SpaceX AI division. In February 2026, SpaceX acquired xAI, the company behind the Grok AI assistant and its AI infrastructure. Musk later folded everything into one division called SpaceX AI. So now one organization is running rockets, cars, robots, and powerful AI models, all at the same time. The chip demand across all of those products together is what makes Terafab feel less like ambition and more like necessity. Next, let us look at the specific chips Terafab will actually make. So what chips will Terafab actually make? There are two types. The first is called an edge inference chip. Edge inference means the chip does the AI thinking right inside the device, not in a distant server. These chips are planned to be 2 nanometer class, which is among the smallest and most efficient chip sizes available. They are meant for Optimus robots and cybercabs. The second type is a high-power non-terrestrial chip, built for space-based data centers on SpaceX satellites. To understand where these chips are heading, look at AI-5. Tesla completed the tape-out, meaning the chip design was finalized and sent to a factory, for the AI-5 chip on April 15, 2026. AI-5 delivers roughly 5 times the useful compute of the previous generation. Terafab chips evolve from that foundation. Next, let us see how this stacks up against Nvidia. Now here is a question you might already be asking. Does Terafab threaten Nvidia? The short answer is not yet, and not in the same way. Nvidia controls about 81% of the AI chip market. Most of that dominance comes from training chips. Training is the heavy phase where an AI model learns from massive amounts of data. That requires huge, flexible chips called GPUs. Terafab is not going after that. Terafab is focused on inference, which means running an already trained model inside a robot or a car. Those tasks need efficiency, not raw power. Terafab chips are custom built for that job. So for now, Nvidia and Terafab are playing different games. But as inference workloads grow, that gap could close over time. Next, let us look at when any of this actually arrives. Alright, let us be honest about the timeline, because the ambition is massive and the reality is slow. The research fab in Austin broke ground in early 2026. That is the small early site where designs get tested. Civil work on the full Grimes County complex is scheduled to begin in late 2026. Intel joined the project in April 2026, bringing its 14A process node, which is the manufacturing technology that will make the chips at full scale. But here is the grounding fact. Analysts project the first meaningful chip output will arrive no earlier than mid-2028. Full-scale production stretches into the 2030s across 4 build phases. This is not a quick factory. It is a decade-long infrastructure project. That context is exactly what makes the deeper story so important, and that is where we are headed next. So here is the big idea this whole story points to. Terafab is built around something called vertical integration. That just means putting everything under one roof. Logic chips, memory, packaging, and testing, all on the same site. No shipping designs to TSMC, no waiting on Samsung, no gaps between partners. You control the full chain. Most companies never attempt this because it costs more money and takes more time than almost any project in history. Terafab has a cost ceiling of up to $119 billion across its build phases. But the reason it exists is simple. AI compute demand grew so fast that a company making rockets and cars decided it had no choice but to become a chip company too. That is the moment we are living in right now. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next one.